Hello, students. We're going to talk about social sciences foundation of public policy in a very brief, record. The course itself is designed to introduce students to the ideas and thoughts in history in the past, which may be adopted to explain the formation and implementation of public policy. What this means is that the course assumes that every public policy will have a social explanation or issues in the past which were theorized by political thinkers, which could be used to explain policies of today. In terms of scope, the foundations, or what we call the social foundations, took their rise from event in history known as the Renaissance or the Age of Reason. The Age of Reason or Renaissance and Age of Reason put together gave impetus to new ideas and new thoughts. In other words, before Age of Renaissance, before Age of Enlightenment, humanity was thinking in a particular direction, God and divinity. But after that age, the whole focus of thought shifted to looking and studying man or human beings. So human beings became the center of discussion, center of analysis in place of God. So what it now did, what the Age of Renaissance did, was to set up a new direction of thinking. Principally, this new age introduced the application of science. In other words, whatever that man could not identify, could not reason with, could not touch, could not feel, was not regarded as knowledge. Every knowledge needed to be based on experimentation, observation, and of course, possibility of verifying what had been done. Immediately after this, there was this new school called positivism. What positivism did was to insist that any knowledge that was not scientific could not be accepted as valid. From positivism came other areas of thought: humanism, structuralism, utilitarianism. So what is being said is that these new thoughts now influenced the way society saw itself. Social sciences or new social sciences evolved from these basic philosophical ideas. In other words, today, most of the ideas of social sciences, or what we call social science thoughts, can be explained based on the theories or on the pronouncements of positivism, humanism, utilitarianism. The same new thoughts or new orientation, that is the Enlightenment period, Renaissance, also influenced political thinking. The first amongst those in political thinking was Machiavelli. What Machiavelli did, or what he argued, was that the state should be separated from the church. The church should be apart from the state. He also insisted that state power should be the determining parameter for judging the way states are organized. In other words, the church should have its own affairs separately from those of the state. After Machiavelli, we had Hobbes, Locke, Rousseau, down to Marxism. Those were the pioneers or the leaders in social thought during this period. But what this course is saying is that to be able to understand the works of Hobbes or Machiavelli, Hobbes, Locke, Rousseau, and Marx, you need the philosophy of positivism, humanism, utilitarianism, structuralism, and others. So what this course is doing is to use philosophy to understand social science thought, and moving forward, how social science thoughts influence the making of public policy. Thereafter, the understanding will be that there is no policy made in any state that does not derive its explanation from these thoughts.